Yo, what's up? This your man Big Zizzo. I'm gonna try this again. The last one I did, I went over the time. I guess I was rambling on too much. But I want to clear something up real quick. When I made the video for MC Ren being underrated, I didn't mean he was the most underrated MC of all time. That's just, what I'm saying, one in the series that I plan on doing on underrated MCs. He's one of the most underrated MCs. And I'm gonna do also talk about most underrated albums. And then when the series comes to a conclusion, I want to do a video on the most underrated album of all time, in my opinion, and the most underrated MC of all time. Okay, so no, I didn't mean MC Ren was the most underrated MC of all time, but he's definitely one of the most underrated MCs of all time. Number two, I gotta give a shout out to my wife. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, turn up the ring. Yeah. I'm married. Much love to my wife. Much love to my brothers over there at Dot Got It. That's DOTGOTIT.com. Hit them up. Peace to Clubber Lane. Peace to Dot. To my man Leach, Malmo, Marshall, 456, Saga, Doom, Epic, Scheme, Marco, DJ Grandman, DJ Books. Man, anybody, you know what I'm saying? My man Malmo, can't forget about you. Whole squad over there, the whole council, much love to y'all. Anyway, this video I'm gonna be talking about what I feel is the greatest groups of all time. And like always, I'm gonna go through the honorable mentions first, and then I'll go into the top groups. My honorable mentions, I wrote them down. I'm sorry, I'm kind of old, can't remember all this shit. But anyway, the honorable mentions. First, I got to talk about this group right here. This group, people used to always say I looked like a member of this group. You know what I'm saying? I guess because I was a light-skinned brother, heavy set. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame that this group went and people looked at them so much as a gimmick that they overlooked. But these guys actually made decent music, and that was the Fat Boys. Then another one is Naughty by Nature. Naughty by Nature is one of my favorite groups. Treach is one of my favorite MCs. And he, you know what I'm saying, on their first album, he said one of my favorite lines of all time. My parents always said because I rapped my ass off, that was just wicked. Cypress Hill, Stetson Sonic, Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, Above the Law, DJ Jazzy Jeff from the Fresh Prince, the Beastie Boys, License to Ill, of course, who can front on that? Houdini, Back in Black, Escape, can't front on them. Poor Righteous Teacher, Wise Intelligent, one of the most underrated MCs of all time. I will talk about him in another video down the line. X-Clan, Brother J, same thing. Down the line, I'm going to touch on him as well. Audio 2. And let me clear something up. When I'm saying, I mean group or duo, which in my opinion could be a rapper and a DJ, 2 rappers, or a bunch of rappers, or 3-4 rappers and a producer, whatever. If it's more than one person, and you know what I'm saying, or if it's a title of a group, or if it's more than one person in the group, that's what I'm considering, group or duo. Alright, Salt and Pepper, you can't front on their first 2 albums. If you front on their first 2 albums, you don't know hip hop. What can I say? In these last 2 groups I'm going to talk about real briefly, because they almost made my top list. One is Cunning Linguist. Cunning Linguist is dope. Don't front. And Little Brother. Their first 2 albums are classic. And their next 2 albums are damn good, even without Knife Wonder. So give them their props. All right, so now I'm going to go into my list. Number 10. When I do the list, I'm going to name name the artist or the group, and then I'm going to say what's my favorite song by the group and what's my favorite album by the group, or CD, however you want to put it, or tape, however you want to put it. All right. I got number 10. I got Organized Confusion. My man Prince Poe, my man Pharoah Monch, both was dope. My favorite song by them is Releasing Hypnotical Gases. Pharoah Monch ripped that shit apart. And their first CD, self-titled, is my favorite. Their self-titled first CD is my favorite. Number 9, Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Came front on Pete Rock, and CL Smooth was a perfect compliment to his beats. So my favorite song by them is I Get Physical, and Mecca and the Soul Brothers, my favorite album. NWA, Straight Outta Compton, is my favorite album by them. My favorite song by them is Dope Man, which was on their first NWA and the Posse album. Number 7, EPMD, Strictly Business is my favorite album and my favorite song by them, the title track. Number 6 is my first tie You know what I'm saying? When you sit down, and you do these lists. It be so hard to determine who's better than who and who you like more than the other, and who had a bigger impact on you one way or another. So sometimes you have to cop out like I do. I admit sometimes I cop out, and I had to go with number 6. It's a tie between Gangstar and the Ghetto Boys. Some people like, huh? Some people probably look at them like, huh? But you know, Ghetto Boys is dope to me. Shit, plain and simple. For Gangstar, my favorite song by them is Above the Clouds, and my favorite Gangstar album was really hard for me to decide between Daily Operation, Step in the Arena, Hard to Earn, and Moment of Truth. It was really hard for me to decide which one of those I like better. But I went on and went with Daily Operation because to me that's when Primo turned the corner. And Ghetto Boys, Man of a Lunatic is my favorite song by them, and Grip It on the Other Level is my favorite album. And Woody D, he slept on, period. He was a real good MC. Very good compliment to Scarface. Number 5 is another tie between Outkast and Wu-Tang Clan. But if I had to really, really buckle down, if somebody put a gun in my head and made me choose one of them, I would probably say Outkast is better because Outkast's first 4 albums, to me, their albums are better than Wu-Tang's, except the first Wu-Tang album is probably better than any Outkast album. Other than that, Outkast got them. My favorite Wu-Tang song is Cream, and 36 Chambers is my favorite album. And Outkast, my favorite one is the second album, 80 Aliens. And my favorite songs, it was hard for me to decide between these 3. Aquemini, Crumbling Herb, and Get Up and Get Out and Get Something. Number 4 is The Roots, Black Thought is Ill, no doubt. We all know that. In the Death Half-Life is my favorite album by them, and Concerto of a Desperado is my favorite song by them. Number 3, it was really hard for me to choose between number 2 and number 3. Where I went on and said number 3 was Tribe Called Quest. Low End Theory is my favorite album by them, and Scenario is my favorite song by them. I remember I was looking in the C-Box on my favorite website, dotgotit.com, and they were somebody was discussing. I came in with one of the council members was talking about they really didn't like Fife, but see, I'm kind of the opposite. I actually think Fife is one of the best secondary MCs out there because to me a Tribe didn't really turn the corner until the second album. What really made the second album so dope was the fact that Fife stepped up and people actually seen that he really could hold his own. You know what I'm saying? If it was really a star of Low End Theory, it probably would have been Fife. Because you knew with Q-Tip, you already knew what you was getting. Q-Tip was dope as hell. You already knew what you was getting. But the way Fife came out the box on Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders is what, you know what I'm saying, make both those albums better than the first one. Number 2, De La Soul. My favorite album by De La Soul is 3 Feet High and Rising. And Stakes is High is my favorite album. I mean, not Stakes is High. My favorite 3 Feet High is my favorite album, and Stakes is High is my favorite song by them. And the thing about De La Soul is, out of all these groups on this list, they're probably the only group to make as many albums as they've made, and I've liked every one of them. Even though when I first heard De La Soul is Dead, I really wasn't too fond of it. It had to grow on me, but I really did like it. And my number 1, I had to tie. I put it a tie. I copped out. I couldn't decide who I wanted to put number 1 between these 2 groups, between Run DMC and Public Enemy. My favorite Run DMC songs is Rock Box and King of Rock, and Raising Hell is my favorite album. And of course, my favorite PE album is It Takes a Nation of Millions. That's my favorite album of all time. My favorite PE song is Rebel Without a Pause. I know some people, some groups I forgot, like I just thought of one, Far Side. They definitely deserve to be honorable mention. Souls of Mischief, honorable mention as well. There's probably going to be some more I come with down the line, well after this video is over with. But that's how I look at it now. Reason why I picked Run DMC number 1 is just based on their impact, as well as, you know what I'm saying, growing up, you know what I'm saying, as a teenager, 13, 14, 15, we all want to be like Run DMC. Even though I wasn't really super heavy in the rap, I did listen to it, and you know what I'm saying, I listened to it a lot. But we all want to be like Run DMC, you know what I'm saying? And Public Enemy, I just feel like to this day, there's nothing, no music has ever sounded like Public Enemies. So, there you go, that's the list. I want to say peace to everybody who checks all my videos and you enjoy them. Whether, you know what I'm saying, you got something positive to say negative to say. It don't matter. I love it all. One more time. DOT, GOTIT. Check them out. .com. I'm sorry, I forgot the .com. Check them out. They boys is doing their thing over there. Peace, y'all. One love. This Big Zizzo, a.k.a. The Big Revolution, coming back at you. Peace.